Hey guys, welcome to Podcast Fandom Premium. I'm your host, Nina.
And I'm Donald.
And today we're going to be talking about Money Heist, Season 1, Episodes 1 and 2. If you are a Time Traveler subscriber, you will also have access today to our podcast talking about episodes 3 and 4. That will be available to our premium tier subscribers next Monday. But for today, we're going to be talking about 1 and 2. Donnie.
Yes.
This is your show.
Yes.
Donnie picked this show. Donnie has seen this show. You've seen all the episodes, right?
Right. And the final season's getting ready to air.
And so I was planning the schedule ahead. And did you know that the final season is dropping in 2 parts?
Yes.
Yeah. So September and then December.
Yep.
This is your show. This is your baby. You swear it's good.
Yes.
I will say I did enjoy these episodes. So we're going to talk about it. So I don't know if you and I have podcasts together when I started doing this new format. I can't remember. But basically we just kind of talk over the synopsis of the episode and then just like any highlights that happened within. I'm sorry, I just hurt my throat. I don't even really know how, but it hurts really bad right now. This show is originally from Spain.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yep.
And we're watching it dubbed, I believe. Is that the only option? Can you watch it subbed?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. And do their episodes have titles? I don't think they do.
I'm on IMDb now. They do actually have titles.
Okay, what's the first and second one called?
It's in Spanish, I can't tell you.
All right, I'll go look it up later. All right, so the first episode, it's very basic. The professor recruits Tokyo for a 2.4 billion euro heist. There you are. I lost you for a second. The synopsis is the professor recruits Tokyo for a 2.4 billion euro heist. How much is that in American dollars?
I don't know.
I'll do the currency conversion. Let's see. All right. So it's euros to dollars. 2.4. How will I do this? How do I do this? This is. Oh, why are you trying to sell me stuff? Get out of here. $2.4 billion. So that's. I'm sorry. This is already a really. I don't even know how to get to billions. That's a million. 100 million. Is that right? How many zeros would that be? So
9? It's 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So that is I did do it right. That would be about $237 million. Does that sound right?
I guess.
God,
I didn't think but I guess.
Okay, well, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a lot of money.
Right.
And so it's basically, that's what it is. It is a girl who was on the run from, I guess she was robbing a bank. She had been robbing banks with her boyfriend, and he got shot and killed at the last job they did, and she shot and I think killed
She did.
a guard.
When she introduced herself, she talks about how
Yeah.
she was a thief or whatever, and now she's a murderer.
And she's on the run, and she's almost walking into a trap with the feds are at her mom's house when this man stops her, and he calls himself the professor. So basically, they spend, is it 5 or 6 months?
6.
Okay, planning this heist, and the show goes back and forth between present day with them pulling the heist and flashbacks to them planning it. Right. So the characters are Tokyo, who's the main girl, right? The main woman of the show. Berlin, who is like a con man, basically. Right. And he's like in charge of the mission while they're like boots on the ground. Right. Moscow, who is this industrial guy, like he's good with digging and demolition stuff, right? And his son is Denver, and his son is basically just like a criminal fuck up. Yeah, basically. Then we have Rio, who's a computer guy, and he's sleeping with Tokyo, which was not supposed to happen because they're not supposed to get personally involved, and that's why they have these code names after cities. And then we have Helsinki and Oslo. They're twin brothers, right?
Yes.
And they were soldiers. Yeah. And they're basically like muscle.
Right.
And then we have Nairobi, who's a counterfeiter.
Yeah.
And the professor is leading it all. And they're going to rob the Royal Mint of Spain. And the show kicks off with the day of the heist at like 8:35 in the morning. So I like it because they take you around to like the morning of, like, the people... there's like a field trip of students on their way there. There's, you know, people, the people who work inside the mint getting ready. And of course, the people about to rob it. One of the people working inside is Monica, and she finds out she's pregnant. And then she tells her boss / lover, who's married, and he basically accuses her of like sleeping with somebody else. Right, because he's like, his wife, they have 3 boys, but they're all through in vitro. So he's like, if you got pregnant, it must have been like a miracle or some shit. So he's an asshole. Right. His name is Arturo. And then there's a young girl named Miss Parker. She's on the field trip, and she's important to the heist somehow. They don't tell us right away, but there's a guy who's like, I think they had been having like a prior like flirtatious text relationship, I guess, because he texts her like, and she's not like surprised to hear from him on the bus on the way to the field trip. And then when they get there, they start making out in the bathroom, and he convinces her to take a sexy picture with him, but then he like exposes her or something at the last minute, and he goes to post it on Instagram because men ain't shit. Let's see what else happens. Oh, Rio proposes to Tokyo. Mm-hmm. Now apparently she's 12 years older than him. That's not right. Is that right?
That's what they said.
So how old is he? Oh, right. Let's say he's 21. Is she supposed to be 33?
She looks good as fuck for 33.
I don't think she's 33. There's no way that's what they're saying. No, wait. Yeah. If he was 21, she'd be 33. Right. I guess. Okay. And she says no, but that she'll go to Tahiti with him.
Right. To try it out.
And he proposed like the night before, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right before the heist.
So they end up like hijacking a truck that was going to go into the mint, delivering paper, I think.
Yeah, was it the what do you call it? The what's the kind of paper they use for money? I
don't know.
Oh, fuck it. It's the imprint or whatever that's in it. They said what it was, but I forgot what they call it. But yeah, it was special paper.
And once they're inside, they take all the cell phones of all the people in there, and the professor is and then they set up the analog system, right? Like through the toilet. So that they can communicate through old landlines and not have to worry about the feds listening in.
Which is interesting if you think about, like, if people do that. Like, obviously people probably do that still, but like the feds, like, they would, because nobody does it. Nobody would check for that stuff. I bet you so many people get away with that shit.
Yeah. And so the plan was supposed to be that they were going to, because everything seemed to be going great. Like, they were putting money in these bags. The hostages were listening. And then they found the girl, because I think she was missing at first, right?
Right, because she was in the bathroom.
Right, and Tokyo finds her just before the guy could send the picture. But, like, everything seems to be going well, and then they get a tip-off, right? Like, the alarm was tripped or something like that. And I was like, when did that happen? But they did it, because they wanted the cops to come and push them back to make them think that they were holding them there, that they were holding hostages, basically.
Right.
And that they had planned to leave, right? That they were not prepared to be there long term. But Rio gets shot, but he's not dead.
They did make it look like it, like.
I mean, the way she was acting and everything, I thought he was dead.
Right.
And she ends up shooting like 2 cops, I think, right? In retaliation.
Yeah, she injured 2 cops, yeah.
And it's like, I can't understand. Like, I don't know why it fucked up, right? Because they were supposed to just, like, shoot at the ground, drop the bags, and run. And here's the fucked up part. Like, why would you have to shoot at all? Like, why wouldn't a plan have been, look like you're running out, when the cops pull up, like, get scared and run back in? Maybe drop 1 bag. Like, why did you have them shoot at the ground in front? Like, why wouldn't cops shoot back if you shoot at them? Do you know what I mean? But they're saying that what went wrong is that she shot too early.
Yeah, she did something where she fucked up the thing, which she tends to do.
And, yeah. So with episode 2, it's like 8 hours in, right? So it's like 6:30 in the evening. And a woman named Raquel, I forget her last name, Murillo, she's called in as the negotiator. But then
during her son's fucking birthday.
Yeah.
That son, all the son wanted was the dad.
Wait, is it a son or a girl? I thought it was a.
Oh, was it a girl? I
don't remember.
But it was a kid. That's what they wanted for their birthday was their dad.
Yeah. This is sad. Then some colonel guy arrives to supervise, and he almost fucks things up. But
they don't know. They're like, and that's what the whole thing is. Like, she's like, why the fuck is this guy here? Like, what's so important about this that this guy's there?
Right.
And getting orders from somebody else, and then you find out why.
That the girl. So like we said, Rio is fine, but the professor, I was like, I have here in my notes, Rio is fine, but the professor might be a creep,
because he was talking to himself.
And it was like, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? So they set up the analog phone lines. Berlinda's kind of gross too.
Yes.
I don't like that. He was getting kind of handsy and just nasty. I don't like that. But what are you wearing? So did he ask her that so that he would recognize her?
Yes.
In the diner later?
Yep.
Okay. All right, that's interesting, because that tells me he doesn't know what she looks like. Like, he didn't know beforehand.
Right.
And that's interesting because he knows so much about this thing.
Right.
So, like, it's interesting to me that he wouldn't have even bothered to, like, who are the police negotiators in the city for something like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Allison Parker is the daughter of a UK ambassador, and so they're like, we're gonna go in. But what they had done was they had the hostages put on the red jumpsuits that they're wearing and the masks, and those are those oh God, what are they called?
The same thing from like Mr. Robot.
The V,
right?
Isn't it the V is for Vendetta? The masks. Why can't I think of what they're called? Oh my God, okay, it's gonna kill me. But anyway, and so they don't go in because now they realize they can't go in there guns blazing because they won't be able to tell the hostages from the robbers or whatever. And we learned that their true purpose is they're in there printing money.
Right.
But you can't keep that money. Right? Like, how they would have to. Okay, so they're printing money, and I'm assuming, this process, that money is getting serial numbers, right?
Right.
So wouldn't anything you print in that batch, that run, be marked? Like, wouldn't they know? Wouldn't there be like some sort of record of what those serial numbers are? Or are they going to scrub that? Because you can't take that money and use it in circulation if,
Yeah, but then, but you got to think, a counterfeiter could do anything that's like paper wise, and then you got a computer fucking hacker that can do anything on a computer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then the professor. Sorry, I think my sound went out. The professor ends up, like showing up in the diner.
This was genius to me.
And then he lets her use his phone.
Right. Because
her battery is dead. And I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised to find out he did that too. Like he arranged.
You're like, he's so far ahead. Like he could.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
This guy's a fucking genius.
He arranged for her battery to die. Yeah, I like it. And also, these episodes are really kind of short, I think.
Yeah.
Like, they run super, super short. I'm going to check and see if we have any feedback for this. I feel like...
47 minutes. 45-minute show.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, 47, 45.
So, like, at this point in the show, though, who's your favorite character?
At this specific point, the professor.
Oh, okay. Guess he's running shit. He's really smart. I can see that. I would say, shit. I don't even know if I have one. That might be bad, huh? But I will
tell you, throughout this whole series, you will come to a point where you're going to like every single one of them the same.
Oh, yeah, right. I doubt it. I hate the son. Moscow? No, wait. What's his name? Is it Moscow?
No, Moscow's the father. He's Denver.
Denver, right. Yeah, I don't like Denver at all. Oh, give me a second. Why did I lose the feedback post? Oh, because Nina forgot the name of the show. What is the name of this show? Money Heist. Oh, and this show came out when? Because this was like
2017.
A lot of people were talking about this show, like last year, I think.
Yeah,
was that when it kind of blew up?
Well, I mean, was it last year? But season 3 had hit, and they had a pretty big. I already an audience, but then Netflix really did a lot of promotional stuff for it.
That's true. Okay. Okay, so this is from Nikki, who says, I'm so excited you're watching this. Episodes 1 and 2. I love the muted tones with the occasional pops of red. Yeah, you know what? There's something about this show that I know it's crazy because like the tone is completely different, but it kind of reminds me of Dark a little bit. I'm not sure why, but it also reminds me of Misfits. Like, oh, maybe it's the jumpsuits. And that theme song, oh my god, the theme song is amazing. Oh my god, I'm so glad you mentioned that, Nikki, because I would have completely forgotten because I didn't write that down. Like, it's the type of it's the type of song that it feels like you know it, like you hear it once and you just know it.
Right.
Like you could just sing it the next time. Like I was singing it before it was done the first time. It's just really catchy and beautiful. I knew that Ashton Kutcher / James Franco love child kid was no good. I don't like him. Yeah. Lots of misogynistic jerks in here. Oh my god. So what's his name? Arturo, do you remember when he was like they were gonna be leaving and he kept lifting up his mask, his eye mask, and he was peeking and he saw so he has seen Berlin. But there were a lot of times where, like, when they first came in, Nairobi wasn't wearing her mask.
Right, they weren't wearing the mask.
Yeah, and I was like, they don't care that these people see their face? I thought that was interesting. I know there's probably stuff you can't say, but, yeah, I thought it was interesting that they didn't care. And so my first thought was, oh my God, are they going to kill these people? Because why are they letting them see their face? But yeah, when he says to him, you know how in these movies there's always some like idiot who dies trying to be a hero or something like that. He's like, that's going to be you. That nobody likes or some shit. And I'm like, oh my God, is Arturo going to die? I don't like him, by the way, at all. Like,
Arturo?
Yeah.
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 I mean, he's like, he's the boss of this place that you don't like.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, she says, oh, poor baby, sweet summer child Rio. Yeah, seriously, because, dude, he's young, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's, like, only 18.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting. That's like a child. That's disgusting. Oh, she says, how old do you think he and Tokyo are? A 12-year age difference. If he's 21, she's 33. Yeah, I mean, it's that she says that scene on the rock was hot though. I don't know, because now Donnie got me thinking he 18 and now I'm just feeling like I need a shower. That ruined it. You went as low as 18 and that just makes me feel like this podcast gonna get flagged. Ugh. No, I hope not. I hope he's not that young. Ugh. So yeah, I'm excited to watch more. Yeah, I'm sorry that this was so short. I feel like we'll have more to talk about as more things happen, if that makes sense. This was very, very like get in. You want to say get in, get out, but not really. It was very much a lot of setup. And I will say
just showing you each character pretty
exactly.
much.
Yeah. And I will say that I am looking forward to seeing what the professor has in store for Kel, because again, with him practicing asking what she was wearing, because he knows he's going to need to know what she looks like I'm curious about this part of his plan.
Right.
But I will say I'm not here for the whole shit with her and them like trying to use, like, she accused her husband of domestic violence, and this,
like,
he's a cop.
I can't remember. Yes, he's obviously in a different department or a higher rank than her. I would say definitely a higher rank, because that's how it felt to me. Like everybody was saying, taking his side over her.
Yeah, but I mean that could also just be misogyny,
right?
So, but it did feel like that. It felt like they were trying to label her as a liar, and that like people doubt that he. And I'm like, law enforcement has like some pretty high rates of domestic abuse. A lot of cops beat their wives. Come on. But yeah, that whole storyline, I'm depending on how they handle it, I don't know if I'm interested in seeing her painted as some shitty mom, you know, but I am interested in seeing what the professor has in store for her. Like,
All right, and
what
then
that's
also
about.
seeing more of each character and how like
Yes.
they came to be and stuff like that.
I'm intrigued a little bit by Nairobi. It's interesting
Hmm.
because I don't know if it's like the translation or the dub, you know, like if there's something missing, but like she came off as really kind of goofy at first. And then when she's talking to, what's the pregnant girl's name? I had it written down.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I
talking about her
closed my note.
pregnancy.
Yeah, when she was like, so, you know, is that the dad? Like, and just, oh, like, that was interesting. I'm like, where are they going with that? Oh, Monica, that's the pregnant girl. Because apparently, like, they know about her, right? Because she goes, I know everything about you. And that makes sense that they would have studied the employees that, you know what I mean?
Right.
That worked in there. So it was interesting that she, you know, reached out or whatever, but I don't know. That could be part of the plan, you know, to befriend some of
Didn't
them.
they show? Did they show a Nairobi backstory here?
No, I don't think so. No, just the like when they were introducing everybody and showing like what they could do.
Okay.
I think there was like a thing like with her getting her mugshot taken and stuff. But I don't. Yeah, I don't feel like we got like a proper flashback. It was like them talking about what they would do with the money, and then there was like a couple of like, oh, when they were like casing the joint, like taking a tour and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not like a proper like her backstory flashback.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So thank you guys for listening. If you're a time traveler, like I said, you already have access to us talking about episodes 3 and 4. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Time travelers, again, you'll be another week ahead. We got a lot of great stuff coming up this week. And I think I said Monday before. I'm so sorry. In my head, I was picturing the schedule, and I don't know why I keep forgetting that I don't start my week on a Monday with the schedules. I always start on Sunday. I think it might be because of my, the other spreadsheet I use is for my Korean study, so maybe. But anyway, Money Heist is on Sunday. So every Sunday, that's the podcast release. Tomorrow is Monday, and you guys are getting a whole lot of Attack on Titan. And then, of course, we have Beyond Evil, Motherland Fort Salem, What If kicks off next week, and, of course, more Money Heist. So thank you guys for listening, and we will talk to you next time. Say goodbye.
Bye.